some of the important historical aspects of East Islip, before it was called East Islip, it was east of Islip. We didn't even have a name until 1890 when they established the post office. It's always been a seaport. There was always been shipbuilding here. There was also one of the very first large estates and businesses here was the Lorillard brothers. Bought a farm, and they were Lorillard Tobacco family. Bought a farm here from, there was a farm, an existing farm, Maitland was the person, and the Lorillard brothers bought it from him, and they raised the racehorses here. There was a mile track right by where Westbrook Farms is, and one of their horses, it won the Epsom Downs in England. It won a lot of money, that horse. And that's, the Cuttings bought the property, and that's where the Bad Cutting estate is. Most of the families that ended up settling in East Islip came from Brooklyn in the early 1800s. And also most of them were in the sugar beet industry, just like Islip and the Havamines. The sugar beet trust, it had to be broken up because they manipulated the prices, and it was like a scandal like Exxon. That's where they made most of their money, from sugar beets and railroads. Vanderbilt had the railroad taken out here for himself. Most of the prominent families in East Islip settled down on Meadow Farm Road, which is across from Brookwood Hall. Like I said, the early 1800s, early to mid 1800s, they bought large parcels, and that became the center. They were day spas. They would come for the summer, for the fishing, and the water. You know, hunting, duck hunting was big.
Snedecker's.
That's right. Yeah. The beginning of that was a place called Snedecker's Inn, which was a stagecoach stop on the Montauk Highway. That was probably one of the original places to go on the South Shore. Of course, the stage had a stop between here and Montauk and Southampton. Southampton was established in 1640. We were established in 1683. And shortly after that, in the early 1700s, that inn was established to service the stage and all that. It also became a hunt club. So and people would come from the city, the rich people would come out from the city, stay at Snedecker's, and hunt in the surrounding areas, fish in the surrounding areas, and a lot of them liked it so much they purchased land because the land was wide open for purchase. One family owned all the land, the Nickel family. They were the founding fathers of Islip Town. They had, from river to river, they owned whatever the acreage is, and that land was available. So these people bought the land from the Nickel, and they had their summer residences here. And they would live in the city, work in Wall Street. The financial district was financials were another source of income for those people. Railroads, Wall Street, and the sugar beets were the three. And then, you know, as the years went by, the families moved here, the kids moved here, and then after World War II, of course, like the rest of Long Island, everybody came out from the cities, all the soldiers coming home, and we had urban sprawl. And that's when they started knocking all these mansions down. And we started losing a lot of our history.